now. I think. Chat. Hello. Chat, what up? Let me know if everything sounds good. Hold on, I gotta get some music in the back. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it really sound dead without the music now that we use it. All right, let me hit play on one of these. Where'd it go? Just play this one right here. Way too loud. Let me switch that. We just a couple minutes late, and y'all know why. Get his ass.
Not because of me. That's on you.
How's it on me?
Personally,
get that PAX East face.
That's fucked up. I'm gonna be real. I'm not even excited about that shit.
Did you see all the companies that pulled out?
Wait, other companies pulled out? Why the fuck am I going?
Because you already committed.
Oh, fuck, yo, I'm about to call them out. I'll be honest with you. I said yes to it. I don't even want to go. But I gotta do it for the peoples, you feel me? I'm trying to get these companies, trying to get some bag, but I told this dude, like, yo, keep it a stack. We leave dumb early Sunday morning, like 5 in the morning early. So
5 in the early? You said 5 in the early, or did I say 5 in the early?
I said 5 in the morning early.
5 in the early.
You stink.
What up, Carlos? Hey, chat. So I tried to do a little bit better today by scheduling the stream a couple hours before, so that y'all would know we was going live. As soon as we are done with the stream, we are going to stream 2K on Ricky's channel. His link is in the description, so make sure some of y'all come on over. We're going to have kind of a quick show. You know, I try to get y'all out of here like an hour and a half, something like that. We're doing like the pre-show for like a minute or two till a couple more people come in. So, Ricky, the fight, though. You know what I'm saying? Last week, we didn't get to talk about the fight because it hadn't happened yet. Thoughts?
Yo. I'm a fan of both fighters. That's the fucked up part. But I'm gonna be honest. The way homie had hands on him is the way me and you know we was gonna put hands on homeboy.
Yeah, don't do
that's
that.
the hands I want,
don't
man.
Do that. Don't do
My
that.
bad, but real talk.
Yo, don't do that.
That wasn't a fight. That was not a fight. I ain't gonna lie. That's something you would get suspended from school. You would get expelled from school for shit like that. That's bullying. He got his ass whooped. Then you heard the statement he said.
I
had a 40-pound costume on. And I knew my leg, and that might even be true because I put chains on my body in the gym, and I felt my legs were already weakened. But keep that shit to your damn self. Tell your kids that. Don't tell the media that. Nobody wants to hear that shit, man. Yo, homie said he gonna fuck you up, and he whooped your ass.
So Trey said something that sat with me. He basically said until he knows that Wilder said that directly, he's not really paying attention. But he said if he did, I'm telling you, if he said that, if that's
Wilder did, he put it was a text statement. He put a quoted statement.
Oh, that's you got your
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if I got beasted on stream and y'all seen that, and I was talking all that shit about these games, and I was to say, I ain't gonna lie, Chad, I was stressed out, man, all week. No. Nah.
Yo.
Prepare for that shit.
Deontay's Wilder excuse was worse than the shit my excuses doing walkthroughs, dog. Shit was crazy.
That was worse than my excuse with not beating games and playing games for 3 minutes, yo.
The costume hit different. It feel different. 45 pounds.
They said he wore it the day before. He didn't even complain about it.
I understand. It's just out. He didn't look like a professional. He did not look good. And you know what's going to happen now is a lot of people are going to go back and look at some of the other fights and realize that he looks like
he looked intimidating. He looked intimidating all those fights, which is a good thing.
But he got a lot. He get bailout. I mean, I don't want to call it bailout punch because obviously he's gifted. But a lot of times there's a good chance that he can be outboxed by the better boxers. But his power is ridiculous, so he would just one good hit, during any time in the fight, and he'll knock him out. I mean, he done had dudes folded up. The one dude, he had that boy so folded up. That shit was crazy.
You want to know something crazy? I'm gonna use Tyson. I mean, yeah, Tyson got beat up later on in his career.
But he could box, though.
But Tyson was able to box, so he had the moves, he had the speed. He was knocking dudes that were like 6'6" out, 6'9" out and shit. But
he couldn't go that deep in rounds either.
He couldn't go that deep in rounds.
But I think if his first trainer that he lived with didn't pass, he would have definitely won.
He would have had better training.
He'd have had much better training because that trainer was much better than the trainer he ended up going with.
I think it really exposed that, and I agree with everyone's statement. It really showed how do you not say one-sided? What is it called? Like when you can not multitasking either. It's like you're good at multiple things. Like he's a one-dimensional fighter. He's a one-dimensional. I don't even want to say a box. Like he's a boxer. Come on, we gotta stop disrespecting him. But I'm starting to look at. I looked at some of his fights, and when you rely and depend on one specific punch, and that's your right hand, and I'm shocked, 40 knockouts, and not one of those boxers realized it came from that same fucking hand. Like
yeah, but we're talking about heavyweight fighters. They're slower. They're slower than the lighter fighters and stuff like that. So a lot of those hits are gonna, he's gonna hit them a lot more. They're just not as fast.
But guess what though? There's levels to a lot of shit, and Tyson Fury showed that at 273, he moved pretty fast for his weight.
That dude is he's really like good for his size and stuff. He got a lot of boxing ability that you just don't really see from a lot of the big guys like that today. But I will say, I don't care if he lost or not. First of all, you can name me one of the heavyweight greats and tell me how many losses they have, because they all lost. So Deontay,
everybody had
they all lost. That's number one. Number two, you don't see Deontay Wilder ducking fights and cherry picking people to get
like Anthony Joshua.
I'm not saying names in particular. Anybody can pick any examples they want, but when you consider yourself one of the best boxers or the best boxer, you usually take all fades. Over the last like 20 years, it became a thing where you cherry pick and you don't always fight the best people at the time or at all. Or when you finally do fight them, it's kind of, when people are not really the top guy anymore. So it's nice to see him take the fight. Yeah, just take the fights. You will, if you fight enough of the best fighters, eventually there's a good chance that you can lose to somebody on any given night. I mean, these people are professional fighters. So if anything, I want to see a third match.
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I want to see a third. It's in the contract, so that he has an option for rematch.
This is what I'll say about that. Like, when you see fights, like I don't ever want to see another Manny Pacquiao Mayweather fight. After when I seen that shit, they were
old by boxing standards though.
No, there's a difference between like you're being old. You came into the fight not even that healthy, but then you want to excuse the shit and say afterwards that you had a messed up shoulder. I don't want to hear no excuses. Yeah. Mayweather's still performing though, like he's still in his prime. Like,
he's not. Now look, he is really like a master fighter. That dude is a
defender. Everything. Yes,
that dude has he has the best defense that I've ever seen in boxing. But he's not as twitchy as he used to be. But he still got enough to beat all the people that he was beating at the tail end. So
he has a chin. He has endurance. He has stamina.
Right.
I think in some cases he even still got power. I think his power was underestimated too, because some of his counter hits was really dazing.
He's not really playing people to knock,
but he's not playing for powder.
That's the thing. He's playing to just whoop your ass, beat you, make you look bad. From a technical standpoint, that's how he fights.
But guess what's scary? Tyson Fury fought the same kind of style as Wilder, trying to hit you, trying to attack to knock you out, and it backfired on Wilder because it's something when you say, when you get into a fight and you be like, I'm gonna knock him out, so watch. But when you got your boys yelling out what to do, you don't really follow the instructions in the moment because you're like, your adrenaline.
They ain't in there with you, getting fucked up.
In there, they're not in there. But Tyson called out everything he's gonna do. The only thing he didn't do was knock him out second round. But he said, I'm gonna knock him to the ground. Like, I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna beat him up. I'm gonna do this to him. I'm gonna beat him up. Yo, when he got hit right here and fell the first time, he was never the same. And I think by law, now I'm going to say this, by law, No goddamn heavyweight better have skinny ass legs like both of them. Them legs, I was looking at both their legs,
people
man.
Can't do.
They can't control it.
Well, a lot of people genetically have small legs. It doesn't matter how much they do. The legs aren't going to be big. That's what they call, I think, sprinter calves. I think is one of the terms for people that have the smaller legs. But I mean, I'm not a boxer. I'm not a pro boxer.
What you think, man?
What?
Chase, what you think, man?
What about what?
What you think about the fight, man?
We just talking about that. What you talking about?
Dude, you know what it was? It was Homeboy. It was the kid. Remember that New York video when Homeboy went out of state and he was talking shit to the chubby white dude and his friend? He was like, "I'm from New York," and then the clip cut to the next scene when he was on the floor with his shirt off.
That dude, DJ Freaky London. He got his ass. He said, "I'm out here, suck my dick by myself. Fuck out of here." Next thing you know, he said he's
on the floor like this with his shirt
yoga in the middle of the street.
Yo, man, I ain't gonna lie.
It wasn't that bad.
No. It was bad. He landed 2 punches within 3 rounds.
No, he did. No. I'm saying he wasn't like that dude that got knocked out on the ground. He was like done. Deontay Wilder,
he was done.
But they had to call the fight, man.
But what would you do as a coach? Because he's looking to fire dude. You heard, right?
You're not going to Apollo Creed, my guy. Get his ass out of here, dog.
Well, you heard Deontay Wilder's trying to fire one of his guys because he threw in the towel on it. Like, yo, you should have let me out there to die. I'm like, yo, yeah, health comes first. You want to be later on like this? Like bugging the fuck out.
Shield. You give me, you know what? I'll never work in this town again. I'll let my guy down the ring because I don't throw the towel. And get your motherfucking ass out of here. Your footwork stink.
God forbid that could have been your last fight if he would have kept going. Like if he would have hurt you to a point where you couldn't do shit after that. Like you later on just want to start going like this and shit because
not only
you
that,
get hit in the head.
but the person could die in the ring, and then the person who fights them has to live with that for the rest of their lives. How many people could live with the fact they're a professional fighter and they didn't kill somebody? Motherfuckers retire behind that shit. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Lastly,
yeah.
I think respectfully, Deontay Wilder needs to fight maybe another person. I don't think I don't even think he's on that level to compete against Tyson. I want to see a third fight
though?
Because he's gonna get it wasn't a back and forth exchange.
It was one-sided as hell. However,
it was like remember what's his name, right? Ruiz and Joshua. I can't even say his name right. Ruiz and Joshua. They went at it twice, but the exchanges were decent enough to see the second fight. I don't want to see Wilder get beat up again like that. If he loses, he loses. He got beat up. Like
if he wants to exercise his rematch clause, if he thinks he could win, he should do it. He should not. First of all, everybody was in his corner for 40 fights. He lose one fight. Now people saying they don't want to see it and all of that. He should just go with what he want to do, which could be what's best for his career. They sold the hell out that fight. There's plenty of money on the table. Y'all know that's what boxing is about. Why would he not take the fight? I mean, I don't want to see a fight with somebody get their ass whooped like that if it's 2 people that I like to watch. But
he fell with an abdomen punch. He was done, bro.
Listen, a lot of people underestimate body punches. I didn't see many dudes,
of course,
go down from body shots and stuff like that. I mean, they usually get up, but
yo, legendary you racist, yo. He said, "I want me title back." Remember when Tyson Fury said that? He said on the mic, he says, "I told you I was gonna beat him. I want me title back." I said.
So I think he got all 4 belts in the heavyweight class, and I think he's the first person since I think they said Riddick Bowe to do that. That's like 30 years, man.
Can I be honest?
What?
I don't give a shit. He got his ass whooped, man.
No, I'm talking about Fury.
No, I know, but I can't think about nothing else but the fact that Fury ran to him when the bell rang, and then when he fell, he went.
He licked his air. He licked the blood off his neck and all that type of shit.
Bro, he literally when he fell on the floor, Tyson Fury went to the side and went got his ass whooped, man.
It's not smart for Wilder to rematch straight again. His confidence and self-esteem drop. Y'all don't understand. If he's a boxer and never competed, he need to build up his confidence again. No, I agree with that. Cause look, hey Val, they was saying that they could have a rematch as early as like June or July. I'm like, yeah, he gonna need more than 4 months to train for a fight like that. After you seen like his boxing, he ain't look like a professional. I don't give a goddamn what nobody say. How is he undefeated? That right hand. What you
That
mean?
right hand, what you
He's
talking
in the
about?
heavyweight division with a right hand like that.
Heavyweights don't train the same way as welterweights.
His play style, his fighting style, would not work it would not be as efficient in middleweight, lightweight, because those fighters are faster. First of all, he wouldn't have as much power behind it because he'd be smaller, but they're faster. They'd be able to move out the way more. With him being that big and fighting other big dudes who can't really move like that, he could land shots easier. But it's crazy how like people love somebody and then they lose and now they stink. I don't know. But let's get right into the podcast, guys. This is episode 203 GMG. Ricky's going to PAX East tomorrow. And once again, after this stream, we are playing 2K on Ricky's channel. We're gonna run some 2K live. Oh, this should be fun. So we got some nice stuff for y'all today. Nothing too crazy. I didn't want to let the news build up because we didn't know if we was gonna do the show today, but we are here. So make sure y'all do like the stream because the podcasts are some of the only streams that actually stay up. Thank you and shout out to all the channel members. We are at 250 channel members. Crazy.
Good shit, man.
So we got emotes. I got new loyalty badges, you know what I'm saying? So we got those rocking. So, you know what I mean? Let's get to it. So first of all, I don't know how many people seen the Ninja debacle. It's crazy when you get so big. Oh, okay, there you go. You get so big that like simple shit that you say, if it's moderately wrong or taken wrong, you end up on news sites and all that type of stuff. So I'm going to read a quote from Ninja. I want to see if people in the chat agree or disagree. I myself do not agree with the quote. I think it's a little bit ridiculous. A lot of bit. Basically, I guess he lost a Fortnite match and somebody said it's not a game. He had like a little bit of a mini moment about it. He says, if anyone ever uses the excuse it's just a game, I'm going to lose my mind. Then he says, this is where I was like, oh man, imagine telling LeBron James, Tom Brady that when they're pissed off after losing a game that it's just a game. Are you kidding me? You're so stupid. It's a competitive nature, bro. It's about respect, bro. It's about pride. It's so much bigger than a fucking video game. And anyone that ever uses the excuse it's just a game is a horrible human being and lazy. You are a lazy human being. That's what he said to somebody who told him that it was just a game. Now look, I have a problem. All the screaming and hollering I do on games, I definitely hate to lose. I don't like losing. However, I don't think if somebody feels like it's just a game, that they're a lazy human being, that they're like, it's about respect and pride, all that. Like, it ain't even all of that to me. I like to win, but not so much so that the person who's casual, who works 8, 10, 12-hour shifts, they want to come home and they want to just sit down and play a few games. They might not be that good at the game, or it might not be that serious to them. They just sat down and play video games and have fun. It's not always about the competitive shit for these people that are in college and all that stuff, and they're finally on break and they got time to play. So a lazy human being though, some of the most hardworking people play video games casually for fun. He said he was 90% joking and 10% serious after that, is what he said. Thoughts?
It happens. I'm fine with him saying it. Like, I have no problem because I'm gonna use you as an example. We know what it is when we be gaming, and even though it's not entirely to what he did versus what we did, but you remember that one comment that triggered you? Things happen where, yeah, I know I'm in the moment of my gaming shit. You know, we take certain shit serious. We don't like losing and wreck sometimes. We don't like certain things.
Losing.
So don't tell me something in that moment or say something when you know I'm in my competitive mode. Like, it's competitive for me. But if he made certain comments, I know he's gonna have to retract from it later or apologize because, you know, you are a public figure, you're gonna feel stupid. But it comes out, man. It happens. Now, if he would have said some racial slurs and shit, I ain't having it. But it comes out, man. Look at when we played dudes on Modern Warfare 2, what they were calling us after we whooped their ass.
Yeah, but I think there's a fine line between wanting to win, being competitive, and then turn around and saying those who are not like you are lazy. They're lazy human beings. That's my problem. Not him wanting to be competitive and wanting to win. But now you're saying if that's not your mindset, then you're lazy.
You know what's crazy? I've heard Mayweather say that.
Who listens to Floyd
And
Mayweather for anything but boxing?
no. So I wasn't done. So like, even though he said it for boxing, that's why I listened. So he said it for boxing. Dame Dash said that same shit. Like, you got people who be like in their weird egos and shit. So like, he's in his weird ego bag now. That's why like no one should be listening to shit Ninja says anymore, because he's not the same dude like he was when he was playing PUBG, when he was first beginning to play Fortnite. So like, hearing what he says now, I'm gonna take everything with a grain of salt. You ain't gonna just disrespect my character because you in your position and I'm in mine, and now you calling me lazy because even in your fucking scrimmage games you're gonna take that shit to heart. Like, but I know how it's gonna feel. Like he's caught up too much in his bag. So anything anybody says to disrespect him and his character, he's gonna be on some like, you're a lazy human being. Like, man, eat shit.
Yeah, I'll tell y'all this. Y'all say something during somebody's stream, we might have a rant. And then when we get done, like, man, my bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My bad, yo.
My bad, man. I was tripping. Yo, because I swear to God, bro, when you look, because a lot of y'all don't stream. Some of y'all do. When you streaming, you winning all day, right? And then you get your first loss, and then you get two, you drop 2 in a row, and then somebody in the chat tells you how to play and all that type of stuff. The backseat gaming, telling you this and that. That shit is annoying. You be ready to go crazy, but that's only like in that moment. But it's unfortunate for Ninja that he can't have one of them little, you can't really spaz out on the game and have a quote, because then you're going to make a sound bite. People going to run with it. I don't know why this deserved the article, because if he was most other people, nobody would have gave a shit. But I ain't gonna call nobody lazy because they don't.
Hey, you know why? But we know why I deserved an article. Mm-hmm. You'll end up deserving an article soon one day once you hit your mill. Like, anything.
I ain't gonna give a fuck. Y'all
That's
know
what
if
I'm
I
saying.
said it, what the fuck you gonna do? I'm not going on no apology tours for nothing. So
you ever say sorry, you're showing too much of your gift. Like, no sorries. Like, again, if y'all seen us stream multiple times, all the time you see us stream, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. If we're streaming a game such as Call of Duty, 2K, if we're playing a party game and y'all say I suck, it's a party game. It's meant to be playful and shit and all that. We're playing anything in any kind of form of competitive. I'm sorry, there's not one stream that you're not gonna hear me say some shit. Trey, Raunchy, or Carter or Chase, whether to even us or to people we go up against or even the chat. Like, it's just competitive like that. It happens. So, but because of Ninja's status, it's gonna happen now. I ain't gonna even tell him to protect himself. He's just gonna have to hold that and say, I said what I said.
That's what it is.
I said what I said. Don't shit on me. Don't talk shit.
Let me see if I can tweet this straight.
He's gonna have to support that shit too. He's gonna have to say, yo, y'all not in my position. Yo, fall back. You don't know how it is. I got a title on my name. I gotta play a certain way. I gotta be a certain way.
I'll apologize when South Park apologizes.
I said, now if he says some shit like, if he says something like racist or something like that, I'm not here to defend.
Oh my God! Speaking of that, bro.
What's up?
My goodness, people reach so much. This is what I'm saying about the internet. People are weirdos. This is maybe like 2 months ago, maybe about a month ago. Ninja had a tweet, and there was the monkey Fortnite skins, and the title of the tweet said "Never trust a monkey," and then him and the squad he was playing with, they was like sneaking around as monkeys. You know what I'm saying, doing little dances, and they kill somebody. Somehow, people was like, oh man, they're talking about black people. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? It's Fortnite. He's in a monkey skin. Motherfuckers be reaching. And by people doing that, you're already telling me what your mindset about black people is, because you're trying to put that on somebody else. Shit is tough. Hold on. Let me tweet this stream out real quick.
You know what's fucked up? I had to retract from multiple jokes. Yo, and it's crazy I'm saying this. I had to retract from multiple jokes about monkeys and stuff like that, whether in the video games or even like as far as like when we see memes and shit like online, because somehow somebody associates that shit with being black. And I'm just like, y'all allowed a few public figures say some shit or whatever in the past, and now like a skin, like you just said with Ninja, making a joke about it where so innocently, like he's not associating that with race. You feel me? And it's like, y'all made this shit about it, and now I feel away because I know he probably genuinely didn't mean it for that, But now you make this shit awkward. Now you're like, wow.
Man, we here to play games, not all this other bullshit. Motherfucker, people doing everything but playing games. Games is the last thing people concerned about too often. Nobody got time for that. And
wait.
What?
When Ninja called it monkey, though, he didn't call black. That's what I'm saying.
No, it had nothing to do with anybody but the Fortnite skin.
It was the Fortnite skin. And he probably promoting that shit, trying to get the bag. Like, y'all don't even know what he be doing shit. He trying to get the bag.
Hey, people, I'm not going to be the one. You try to twist some racist shit towards me, and I know what I meant. I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm not going to argue with nobody. I got time. I still tell somebody to sit their monkey ass down. I ain't got shit to do with being black.
Let me tell y'all.
You bouncing all around shit, sit your motherfucking monkey ass down.
Let me tell y'all when y'all should take shit serious. Ninja said that about a skin. Y'all don't even know if he got paid to promote that bitch. Now, this is where you take it serious. He's playing, you hear his little keyboard. He gets...
No, I don't watch him. Yo, that's why I said when I seen this, I'm like, nah, that's kind of a slow news day if they doing that. You can't even, like, everybody knows if you really game, huh? No. You're muted? Did it just happen?
You can hear me.
Oh, there you go. My bad. You're good.
Oh, so you want me to say it again or not?
Yeah, go.
I don't know how far. Oh no, so I don't know how much I heard, but I was saying, in the context of he said it, you don't even know if he was getting the bag for a promotion to say that he had like multiple like monkey skins or whatever in the video, whatever. But the times where people should be like at least paying more attention is like if he got killed by somebody and then he directly called somebody a monkey. You know what I'm saying? Like, or when somebody does that shit. But and like I said to Chase, I'm gonna be honest though, he's had a pretty decent track record so far. Whether he called the little kid a bitch, a bastard, fuck you, that's not what I'm worrying about. I'm waiting for him to be on PewDiePie's level where he says some racist shit. I have not heard nothing about him in that sense yet. I've been waiting, y'all. It's been like 3 years since he's been blown up. He's had a pretty decent
Don't worry, they'll
track
find
record.
something from 10 years ago. That's what they always do. And everybody's in this chat. If I went back 10 years, went through everybody's social media, Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, all that, whatever you had. If I go back 10 years, I'm going to find something. And y'all need to remember that next time y'all decide to join the hive and tell somebody, oh, he 10 years ago, he called somebody the F word. Like, that shit is crazy. Anyway, moving on. We did have some donations come through. Man, I missed a lot of stuff. I'm going to go ahead and read these real quick. We got a bunch of... Hold up. You know what I'm saying? Reborn donating the pre-show. He said... Fish, I sure hope it's caffeine. What's wrong with you, man? Thanks for a $20 donation. Also, Consequence became a member. Adam Hype Specials became a member. Say So 2 times. Cooper. How come? Yo, I don't know, man. Yeah. RJ3HD. I felt like all these people were already members. Don't matter. Shit. Adrian Gomez blessed us with an early stream. That was 27 minutes ago. Who did it ran? Send us some love. My dream college accepted my transfer request. Life is good. Congratulations, bro. Blessings. Oh, man, I can't read your name. You know what I'm saying? What's good, y'all? How y'all doing? Favorite $2 donation. 24/7. That's how you spell? That's crazy. Mighty One Trill. You think I'm really going to let you kill me, John? Thank you, bro. Green Jello. LeBron literally said it was just a game after losing the finals to the Mavs and Warriors. He did say that. And then, you know, he had to say something. Try to, you know, you got to make yourself feel better. So, anyhow, and people got upset with him for that too, by the way. My truck nuts, I'm tired of your shit. Every day the podcast ain't on SoundCloud. I ain't put the podcast on SoundCloud for a year. I'm about to take it off there and put it on iTunes. We couldn't get it to work, though. Alex Cub. The articles act like he's calling out casuals. Facts. Cam, I can only hear Chase. Thank you, bro. And Ricky's butthole donated.
Wow.
Okay. Yo. All right.
That's crazy, yo.
All right. So next up, we got some more Red Dead news. Y'all know, like, every time the PC community gets some stuff, if there ain't no anti-cheat in your multiplayer, they're going to go ahead and have their way with your game. Companies need to learn that. 2K hasn't learned it. That's why we have people with 50-foot legs and arms. That's why we have people floating around in the air on Call of Duty and all that other shit. Right now, a couple weeks ago on Red Dead, I showed y'all an image of these hackers. There was 2 images. One image, they were spawning in like unlimited bears. It was raining bears in Saint Denis. It was like near train tracks. There was like 70 bears. And then the other screenshot I showed y'all had, let me change the gameplay real quick. The other screenshot I showed y'all, wait, what? Okay. The other screenshot I showed y'all, dudes was camouflaging the skeletons, and when people walk past, they would attack them. So now, hackers have put chests in the server. And when you open up the chest, you get like $100,000 or 1,000 gold. And people don't know that those are hacked chests and they shouldn't be opening them. So now casual people who don't know any better see chests, they open it, they hit a link, and they're getting excited, but then they're getting banned for opening chests.
I'm sorry.
So
that's goated, yo.
So,
that's real troll shit.
So that's happening. Hold on, why is the music playing?
Rockstar shouldn't ban nobody if they haven't fixed the prior issue, yo.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm muted again?
Nigga, you're not muted. How are they saying you're muted? You're muted for real?
He said, is he really muted? Oh, maybe that was before?
Is he muted? Put it on Spotify. All right. Is Ricky muted? Yes or no, chat? Please. Please. Okay. All right. They said you good. Thank you. Y'all trolling mother. All right. So anyway, you open up a chest, you get this money, you get banned. So that's happening. And then it says that the players didn't realize the treasure chests were part of a cheat, and many players who opened the chest are now suffering the same consequences as hackers. So I don't know who's playing Red Dead Online, much less playing Red Dead Online on PC. The Red Dead Online was so ass when I played it that I never gave it another chance because that's how I operate.
I don't think I will.
I'm not playing that shit. That shit went where games go to die. But the single player is one of the best pieces of fan fiction I ever touched. But that multiplayer, more Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, I don't know how many of y'all remember back in those days of, say, 2004, GTA San Andreas came out. One of the GOAT games all time. Still my favorite Rockstar game. Still my favorite GTA till this day. There was a whole bunch of controversy, though. Just think now. We got, like, straight titties. I done seen, like, dicks. Yes, on video games, straight like full. No, look on GTA. One of the GTA DLCs I played, was it Liberty City? No, Lost in the Dam. There was a dude had his whole dick out. I seen his whole dick in the cutscene. It bothered me so much. Like they didn't like. So they're like on God of War. There's titties everywhere. There's dicks. There's full on sex scenes. There's like attempted rape scenes on Ride to Hell Retribution. All type of shit. All this stuff is routine, but in 2004 it was not. So in 2004 on GTA San Andreas on the console version we didn't have this, but once they put it on PC in 2005, the hackers, modders, people that went to game code figured out that there was something called the hot coffee mod.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that game got so much flack for that. Basically, you would go on a date like you did with CJ, but your girlfriend that you was taking out at the time would invite you into the house for hot coffee. But when you got in there, you was able to basically smash. But you were fully clothed. You couldn't see anything like that. And all the audio was just from other parts of the game. But that shit caused the game to get like a crazy rating. They were pulling it from stores and all type of shit in 2004. Next thing you know, I'm seeing somebody's dick. And nobody's upset about it but me. I'm bothered by that. Shit is tough. Anyhow, in Red Dead Redemption 2, the hackers have created the same hot coffee mod. You can basically go to one of the pubs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You get you a little chick, and then it says you can woo them. You ever woo a chick?
No, I never wooed a chick.
I never wooed anybody. That's tough. But you could woo her, take her to the hotel room, and then you can smash. But again, you're fully clothed and order lines or lines from other parts of the game. So If y'all want to experience that, pervs, I seen y'all with the Street Fighter mods, the nude mods, the titties just everywhere and shit. Shit was ridiculous. Ricky, thoughts? Hot coffee?
I don't feel like I qualified. I played Cuckold Simulator.
You did, man.
How you felt about that video?
I don't know. That video was excellent. I can't believe you put that on the internet, and I'm not tweeting that, man.
No, you know I'm gonna let you know right now. It's public. I only gave your boy $1 for that video. They ain't give me no ads. You weren't fucking with your boy. They weren't trying to bless your boy.
Yo, man, bro. You know what's wild? If this was maybe 2014, 15, maybe 16, you could have uploaded that video. YouTube would have promoted it like a normal video, and they'd have paid you ad revenue for it.
Yeah, they hit me with no ads.
Now after 2017, there's a lot of shit we just can't do. You know, it's funny. I was watching a Dashy video a long time ago, bro, that I remember. He was on there playing straight up porno games, dog. The chick was sitting on like he was like a weird dude sitting on one side of the bus or the train, and there was this chick, straight up damn near a porn chick, and she was asleep. He kept trying to get a peek in between her legs. That was the game, bro. He was like, that is legitimately a porn. He played that on YouTube. He played Honey Pop on you. Remember Honey Pop?
Yes.
That's in my Steam wish list. Holla.
Somebody, you know what's funny?
What?
You know IMVU?
Yeah.
The game? You know that game gets a little serious, right?
Yeah.
Somebody had a series, yo, like really going in with people, bro, and they got banned on YouTube, man.
Oh, man.
Like, people was faking it like it was The Sims. It was calling The Sims X rated as a series. But they didn't realize, like, IMVU is where people really go to meet up. So dudes having sex conversations and shit.
Yeah.
And then, like, really bagging chicks on there. But then YouTube, you know, they caught up to it, banned the dude.
We used to be able to do that. That dude, Dashy, was really on the internet playing Meat and Smash games on the YouTube channel. Shit is crazy. Anyhow, so moving on. Anybody having concerns about the new consoles? You should have a few. Obviously, we don't even want to say the name of the sickness because YouTube is just for saying that they get videos up out of here.
Let me say something.
Yeah,
I never do this conspiracy shit. I never do.
Is you about to do it now?
I can't believe it, yo. I just seen something on a bottle. Let me tell you something. This virus, you know, as you could say the word virus, has been around for years. It has been on a Lysol bottle for years. The name of the virus, they've been saying that it disinfects that virus for years. I now want to say, I do know whatever people eat in certain places might be kind of like gross or something like that, or it might be like that's too much and it might cause like spreadings of, you know, bacteria. But to be quite honest, you know how we be talking, we off Discord, should be like, yo, it's government, you know, kind of man-made or government kind of issued. I just feel like something had to happen where, how did something that's already been existing go so viral now to where it's been on disinfectant bottle brands? It's literally on the bottle. If you Google it and you look at the bottle, I was looking at it today. I said, wait a minute, when the hell did they put this? And my boy goes, Ricky, they had this for years. It's been on a Lysol bottle for years. It says what it helps disinfect or something like that. So he goes, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you notice there's certain periods of time where they, you know, the government creates like this crazy bacteria, vaccines, and all this shit with insurance and money, when there's big things happening with the world and like money gets involved, a lot of these crazy diseases start. I don't fall for shit like that. I don't. But that shit's really been on a bottle for that long, and I didn't know that. And I'm like, why they made it seem like it's something new? Like, you feel me? Like, when they said that shit, I'm trying to really wonder, who the fuck out here in New York sick, though? Like, who? Who's really sick?
There's
Nobody's dying. You know nobody could die from this, right?
No, I don't know.
The only people who are dying from this is babies. Because babies got a weaker immune system. No, where's the proof? What, the news? Where the proof at, bro?
Chat. Go ahead and spam that Hotep emote up.
No, I'm being dead serious. No, tell me. No, wait, is that a good thing or bad thing?
It's not good.
Not good? I'm saying, though. Well, like, who died from it?
Get on chat.
Tell me, Chase, who died from it, yo?
I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody personally, man.
You know who we hear? No, we hear people die from cancer every day, but who the fuck do we hear dying from this, dog? Like
people have died, man.
Who? Old people?
I don't know.
People our age ain't dying from this, bro.
It's not. It's not all old people.
The only reason why I know this part is because I work in a hospital. We get chartings on this, right? My hospital, we had to do a whole procedure on it. The only people that we've read about dying from it from our thing has been older people, like 70s, 80s, where their immune systems are weak, and babies. None of which are in the U.S., yo.
There's no old people in the U.S.?
No, I'm saying nobody old in the U.S. or whatever has died from this disease yet. It has been in another country. And it's been said that it's been from the ages of 70 and up and babies.
Why ain't the music playing?
Why haven't you responded to what I said?
Because of what you're saying.
No, but I'm
responding.
just saying.
Have you looked in the chat? Oh my God, that's loud.
Remember, I work in a hospital, bro. I have to. They give us all this information, but we still have to take precaution, you know. But it's like I'm noticing why the fuck, like, I'm being dead serious, man.
Corona Rebus.
Corona.
LaFrancis.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. I haven't heard shit, dude. Motherfuckers is walking out here like this, secondhand smoking in this bitch, and like, but yeah, you gotta do somehow. This fucking virus is going crazy.
He said,
I'm
like not a conspiracy theorist, and then he goes into a conspiracy about it being on lights.
Wait, you never see? Yo, I will find an image right now, and you can put it for the chat.
I don't read cleaning product labels, man.
Me neither, man. That's why I
guess you do, man.
No, they showed me it today.
You must have been listening to Umar Johnson, yo.
I don't listen to him, man. I was at the barber shop and they clean it. You know, they clean up
the barber shop. They don't talk about nothing but bullshit in the shop.
Yeah, that was bullshit. That's why I had to hear it. Because they would clean the floor. They would clean the hairs off the floor, and my guy opened his window, sprayed everything.
The dude with the broom. It was he initiated it. The broom guy.
Broom dude, man.
Yo, chat,
up, man. I'm gonna show y'all. No, I'm not bugging, man. Y'all think I'm bugging. And I don't like conspiracies, but I'm just like, yo, dude, who the fuck in New York died yet? Who?
You won't be as calm as you are now if somebody in New York does die from that, because
I don't. I'm not sitting here to joke about. I'm really sitting here like it's widespread, and they try to say it came from something specific. These motherfuckers has been eating nasty fucking shit for years. I'm sorry for saying
all right, man. All right, yo. Now you get to a place. Shout out to ZFPG for becoming a channel member. Trey's left ass cheek has asked if you got the nose ring yet. Thanks for the donut.
Oh, no, I ain't got it yet. But yo, since y'all fucking with it, I'm gonna keep rocking it. But let me just say this last thing.
No, man, you're done.
No, Chase. One last thing.
All right, man. You got your hand on your chest. You about to say something crazy. Let me get the emote ready, brother.
They've been eating nasty shit for years, and now this shit is something that they came up with. Nasty bitch. Let's continue, man, please. Come on, man.
Okay.
They've been eating nasty shit for years, man.
So chat, I got the stream on low latency. Instead of it being a 30-second delay, it's like a 10-second delay now. So y'all, you know, it's a little bit better when y'all ask questions, or I ask y'all questions, I can get y'all responses a little bit faster. But shout out to Brandon Robinson. Much love, Chase and Ricky. How do I become a green dude in the chat?
Hit that join button, my brother.
Yeah, I think you already remember, ain't you? I could have sworn you was. Let me put the membership link in the chat for anybody that wanted to join. It's $1. The cheapest they let me make it. Adrian, saw you guys had fun with that Zombie Army 4. Matter of fact, let's take a quick detour, yo. Let's talk. Ow! That hurt a little bit. Zombie Army 4, Ricky. Thoughts? Let's just take 30 seconds each. 30 seconds each. Talk about Zombie Army 4 from the makers of Sniper Elite 4. Go. Time's up. All right. Here's my review of Zombie Army 4. No. Me and Ricky did a live stream. They said it was worse than Sea of Thieves, man.
Honestly, I had more fun on Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves is the barometer. Sea of Thieves is the barometer for people that say that a game that we played as a family on stream was boring. Anytime they say a game, y'all played that, like this was boring. It's always, yo, this is worse than Sea of Thieves. So anytime something gets compared to Sea of Thieves in regards to us playing it, that's how you know it's bad. Zombie Army 4 is worse than Sea of Thieves from a year and a half ago. Not Sea of Thieves today. I didn't play it. I'm not going to play it. At least we ran into the Kraken as soon as we played Sea of Thieves. Anyway, let's move on. I'm going to read those new channel memberships in just a second, y'all. Just stay tuned. All right, so next report for the news that y'all probably really came to see. Sony, it says that Sony is struggling with... Why ain't my playlist just... All right, we good. Sony is struggling with PS5 costs. It says that there's a good chance that the console is going to cost around $500 because the current manufacturing cost of the PS5 is $450. Generally speaking, consoles don't make companies a lot of money. They make all their money in subscriptions and on the software side. In fact, PS3 was sold at a loss. When they sold it for $600, every console was sold at a loss. They lost money every time you got a PS3. So keep that in mind. Anyway, the competition for the DRAM and flash memory are driving the cost up. They want to make sure they're competitive with Microsoft's new console. And then they're using a new expensive cooling system. It says it was a common complaint about the company's current gen console, and I believe that to be 100% true. My PlayStation Pro is the worst console I ever purchased. I never owned the original 360 with the red ring, so this is the worst. Go ahead. What'd you say, Ricky?
Were you the early adopter or did you wait until January? Oh, okay. So then we've experienced where your PlayStation overheated with games, which should never fucking happen. I don't give a shit if we play games all day. You had to lower your resolution settings for your game not to burn out. That shit crazy to me. I never thought that was possible. That's some real PC shit. Like, and that happened. Me, every week, my PlayStation was just being stubborn. And anytime I got a friend request, it's not because of the friends, bro. It's not. My nephew got thousands of friends on his account, on his PlayStation Slim. Nothing. You know all these little ass kids with their little Fortnite clans. He got a bunch of kids that he don't even know on there. And his shit don't freeze. And no problems. The PlayStation 4 Pro is by far probably the worst what do you call it, like upgrade of a console? Mid-gen
upgrade, yeah.
Yes, because anytime a different console came out for whatever gen, like the Xbox Elite was probably the most shit for that gen because it was 4 gigs. Remember they had a 4 gig one, and then they had one that was like obviously the 120 gig, like the Slim, but they released the Xbox 360 Elite that was like 4 gigs for kids and shit. Like come on, that's disrespectful. 4 gigs. This shit's gonna cost
4 gigs.
Yeah, yo, the shit really only had 2.89 gigs in it to play party games. But performance wise, the PS4 Pro is by far the worst.
It's the worst.
It's the worst. I'm talking about everything from this is also the worst controllers of our gen too. The PS4 controller is the worst of our gen. And it's not a bad That's a PS4 controller?
Nah, bro, you know what this is, bro.
Oh no, I said that was the best controller.
And then I got one, and I was like, yeah,
it feels good.
It's a great controller.
It feels responsive too.
This is the best controller this gen. Outside of the Elite controller and that, like the regular, I'm talking about the standard shit. Yo.
No, real talk. I told people, yo, even the feeling of the controller in the hands feel really good. I think they're close together. The analog sticks, the responsiveness. That the Nintendo Switch Pro controller beats the regular Xbox One and the PS4 controller. I don't know how the Elite controller is, but
Elite controller's nice. It's very good.
I never had one,
but
so
it's $200.
I didn't know.
How could it not be?
Oh, I'm never gonna have one then.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm never gonna own one.
It's not bad to get one because you can basically treat it like a scuff, and you can change the buttons and put all that type of stuff in. But yeah, so just
they got no games. Why would I scuff it? What am I gonna What am I gonna hit the paddles to go to Netflix? Keep going, bro. All right, man.
The PlayStation Pro, 2 things. Number one, it overheated in certain game modes. So when I played 2K, I couldn't go to the blacktop offline because it would immediately turn my whole console off. And then in the Rec Center, I had to put it on 720p. In 3v3 Pro-Am, I had to put it on 720p. The worst part about the PlayStation Pro is all the settings that make the PlayStation Pro the Pro, I had to turn off so that my PlayStation would not overheat. Like, the shit's ghetto. So I effectively paid $400 for a PS4 base, vanilla PS4, and then I ended up putting my own hard drive in it. So they got me. Anyway, what'd you say, Ricky?
No, I agree.
Okay.
Like we assume 4K and
Bogus.
HDR.
Bogus.
I don't even use the fucking HDR feature.
Why? Your shit is gonna get hot and turn off, or it's gonna scream at the whole chat while you live. They ain't gonna be able to hear you. Loud ass fucking shit.
That shit gonna scream.
Loud ass shit. So PlayStation and Sony said that they're targeting an appealing price point based on the PS5 feature set. So don't be surprised if we see a console at $500. I do want to say something. I don't think it's going to matter, but there's never been a successful console launch. I said launch. I didn't say the whole life cycle. There's never been a successful console launch for a console that has been priced above $400. The Xbox One did not have a successful launch. The PS3 did not have a successful launch. The PS3 may have finished very strong. So tons of consoles. The Xbox One could have did better, but the launch was really bad for those two consoles because they were both priced above $400. You had the Xbox One at $500, you had the PS3 at $600. So keep that in mind. I don't care about inflation and all that shit right now. So go ahead. Hey Sora, go ahead, brother. Make sure I read any new donations that came through. We're gonna keep this rock. Damn, I got a lot of new. Golly, bro. Sam Fisher donated $5. Since January 1st, 2020, over 10,000 people have died from the flu in the USA. Keep that same energy. No one mentions this for a reason. Red Ants gang. Told your ass. Okay. Anyhow, while Ricky's looking befuddled, you looking bedazzled. Cam has become a member. Michael Klein, Black Rockin' 31, Travis Reacts, Taurus P11, Cowboys 4455, Dev, King of L's. Hey, what up, bro? Deron Sanders, Fresh Prince of LB, Chris Chenault. I might have fucked your shit up, sir. Kendrick Williams, DeAndre Baldridge, and then Green Jello to donut said people will spend $1K on a phone upgrade every year, but won't spend $500 on a console every once in a while. The thing with the phone is not many people actually own their phones outright. They're paying the monthly fee. What's up?
I'm sorry. I need to take over on this one.
Go ahead, brother.
First of all, I'm that guy who buys those phones, man. All right. Secondly, you ain't lying. I think people who spend money on these phones first, not that they're dumb, but these phones are worse than consoles when they first come out. They riddled with glitches and shit. But I'm going to still buy the bitch. And I still love buying my phones. And I'm going to just brag about it too. I got the S20 Ultra coming in the mail. I'm fucking with it. I got 8K on that bitch. I ain't even going to use it. I got 100 times zoom in that camera. I'm not even going to use that feature. Let y'all know right now, I use this phone for 2 things and it's fucked up. No, 3 things. I use it to look at YouTube videos. Stop calling me bitch. The YouTube videos. I use it to hack and just download apps for free. And I use this shit to try to text Chase when he don't even write back to me. So I don't even know why I even care about the camera in this bitch. But I just wanted to say it just to say it. You damn right I ain't gonna buy a console. Cause look at the Xbox. At least I got games on my goddamn phone. But I love what the Xbox is doing, y'all. Every single game could be played on that bitch. You heard about that?
Hold on, we ain't get there yet, man. Hold up. Relax.
All right.
So speaking of Xbox, Phil Spencer was talking about his console, his vision for the Xbox brand beyond consoles. One of the things that I thought was cool about the article, I'm going to read the whole quote. It says, one of the things that always bum me out about consoles is I usually have one TV in my house that a console is plugged into. The idea that I can't go to any TV in my house to sit down and play the games I want to play, we should have that ability. I would love to buy one PlayStation, somehow set it up as a server or something like that, and be able to play it on any TV or any monitor in my house. Because right now, you know, you have to buy multiple consoles, one per TV or monitor. What he's talking about is the ability to just buy one and then have an app or something that you have on the actual physical screen around the house that you can play it on. I would love that. Then that way you can share games, you can share the library, you can share all the stuff as opposed to having all these different accounts and shit.
Can I keep it a stat?
Yes.
I'm gonna just say one. You know this motherfucker bullshit. You know this dude got consoles and TVs and shit. But I love the idea, and I think now he's on to something.
That's
bro.
a great idea.
I think he's on to something, man.
It's going to happen one day. It has to. They
might sell a chip. Maybe the console, right? Then they might sell like a $59.99 chip, like it look like a Fire Stick type shit, but it connects within the range of like where your console. That's
probably what's going to happen first.
If they do shit like that, and it allows you to play, your family could play in one room. Like if y'all playing 2-on-2 on a certain game, or you want a whole screen for yourself. Remember back in the days, Halo with the Ethernet cable, and you used to like system link it.
Mm-hmm.
Like imagine, like I'm like, yo, dude, I want the whole screen for myself. So like. Now you playing on the flat screen on the left of you, but you're using the device that you plug into. If they pull that off, it's features like that we really like. We look at it as, yo, this is some next gen shit that we didn't expect to happen. Like that's just worthy of buying a console for me, as well as like these games that we get. I'm glad if that does happen, Jesus, that'll be amazing, because I'm so sick of him making fucking controllers. Like, you know, I'm just sick of the shit. But if he makes a device like that, if they pull that off, Chase, that's fucking goated.
That has to happen. I feel like that's the move eventually. It could be 15 years from now.
It has to.
Yo,
no, don't even say 15.
Sora said, my forehead is locked at 4K 60. Motherfucker. All right. So we spoke about the virus. What I have here is just a list of game events that have been affected by the virus. I'm just going to go down. I'm not going to read all these. Well, there's not that many. It's a lot, though. So we have the Taipei Game Show from February 6th and 9th was affected by the virus. PAX East, obviously. Sony is not going to PAX East. Capcom has canceled developer involvement in the Monster Hunter Festa event. Square Enix has pulled back a lot of what it was going to show at PAX. The mayor of Boston really wanted, he sent out a letter urging Sony to come full scale because he feels like it's harmful stereotypes for Asians, you know, that they're trying to really get rid of. And, you know,
wait, can you, I'm sorry, repeat. Wait, can you, the reason why they opted out?
No. They opted out because of the virus. All these people have opted out because of the virus. The mayor of Boston, because, you know, PAX East is in Boston. Mm-hmm. He wrote a letter to Sony wanting them to reconsider pulling away from PAX East because he feels like the fears reinforce harmful stereotypes of Asian people who are trying to get rid of the stereotype, you know, with the whole virus thing.
Okay.
CD Projekt Red canceled any travels for PAX East. PUBG canceled plans for PAX East as well.
Nobody cares about them.
The GDC, Facebook, and PlayStation are not attending now. Kojima Productions not attending. EA not attending. All of these things are related to the beer, the beverage.
Oh, nigga, I'm about to not attend. What the fuck am I going?
The money already gone, though. Man. You fully committed.
Who money?
Oh shit.
Yeah, right.
All right. Moving on. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the chapter helping your boy go there. Now I'm gonna go there and be alone.
Chat, make sure y'all like the stream. Thank you all for coming out. Y'all could be anywhere, but y'all chilling with us right now. Ricky, I look, chat, I know Ricky. Watch what he does. I know what he's gonna do. Ricky, would you like to talk about Amazon's new video game MMO that they're working on from Amazon Game Studios?
Hold on. What?
It's going to be using the power of the cloud to free up hardware. And then it says the combat relies on more of the Dark Souls style of precise timing and methodical rhythm. It's going to be fast and fluid, and it's going to be PvP focused. There's already been an alpha, and that lasted from October 2018 until June of 2019. Thoughts? You want to talk about Amazon's game?
What's his name? Bezos?
Jeff Bezos, all of that.
His name is Jeff Kiss. Then that's Kiss in Spanish. So listen, Mr. Kiss, I want you to know right now, you own Amazon. You better put all that money in that damn game. I have zero I have zero problems if Amazon is stepping in that lane. Just do they have people that know how to make games? And you know I'm a fan of Dark Souls. I have zero problems with that. Like the only problem that you just lost me was the power of the cloud. When the fuck? What's that? What's
So
this cloud shit?
the cloud stuff one day is going to happen. I think that people
The only cloud I know is iCloud.
They announced it too early. It was too ambitious for when they tried to announce it. When we think about the Xbox cloud, they announced that cloud like before the Xbox One came out. And then with Crackdown, they were saying that the power of the cloud was more powerful than 16 Xbox Ones and more powerful than 4 Titan GPUs combined at the time. So they were saying through the cloud that it would release a lot of the stress on your hardware because it would take off a lot of that work, and then your hardware will be able to handle more of the other stuff as far as the gameplay and things of that nature. So then when we actually got to see the cloud, it was Agents of Mayhem. So we have never seen the cloud work the way that they said it would. So now the power of the cloud basically has like a bad reputation.
All right, so now I'm gonna just say this: the power of the cloud didn't show Halo Infinite. The power of the cloud displayed Mickey Mouse in the house as games, like Agents of Mayhem, Crackdown, and it didn't do shit. I'm gonna let y'all know right now: any game that I hear is using any power of any kind of cloud software and services, I'm not gonna play. I'm gonna refrain from playing anything that's using the power of any kind of fucking cloud services. I have yet to see throughout the 6 years of this gen any cloud be used. The power of whatever Xbox, I don't want that power. I don't want any of that shit. I just want the game to be made on a physical platform. Now, Jeff Kiss, Mr. Kiss, I'm gonna let you know right now, I don't want to play your game. This methodical or fast pace is not gonna be fast paced because that ain't gonna exist.
Stadia, or whatever they do that
right.
that commercial. Who in here got Google Stadia? You know what's tough? Chat, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Sometimes we try to take L's so y'all don't have to. Sometimes we try to be the lab rats for y'all. I was legitimately going to buy Google Stadia before it came out.
We're not gonna get it?
I'm not getting that because I was going to get one. But then when I found out that you had to pay a monthly subscription fee to use the service and then buy the games too, why the fuck do I need that? Why do I need it if I'm buying the games and paying the subscription?
Hold on, we gotta pay to play online, or you mean play to like have the bitch working?
To have the clouds, it won't work without the cloud. So you have to pay for that.
We gotta pay for the power of the cloud?
Yes!
Man.
And then they said there was gonna be no physical hardware, and there is physical hardware. So it's a fucking console. They lied to us. Go look up the Google Stadia reviews on YouTube. I implore you all, please, stay far away. Google does not do hardware. How many successful Google projects outside of like the Gmails, the YouTubes, the actual Google itself, how many hardware projects has Google like supported and not basically let go? Where's Google Glass?
Where's their goggles, their fucking VR? Let me tell you something. Everything Google made was concept. That shit never released.
It never releases, and when it does, it's $8,000 with no support. Trey, why are you using that, man? That's the allergen emote.
I'm gonna keep it a stack, yo. You're not gonna sit here convince me to buy this shit now when it's using the same power of the cloud that Crackdown was using. And I ain't see shit from Crackdown. Next topic.
Stadia.
Got me bent.
The Stadia commercials is better than the product.
The Stadia commercials are really cringe.
Xavier Tolliver donated and said, "What's up? Thank you for the donation, bro. We chilling." Aaron P.
What up, brother
Here's
Demetrius?
money for more commenters. Thank you, bro. And Lee's has become a channel member as well, fam. Y'all killing it with the channel member.
Thank y'all, man. Thank you.
We are sitting up here at.
Thank you, guys. Oh, thank you.
Let me get a head count.
No.
263. Stadia. Resident Evil 3 Remake. Obviously going to be a banger. Resident Evil 2 personifies what a remake should be. Not just a HD slight graphical upscale. When you remake everything from the ground up and they modernize the controls and everything, fantastic game, and it still remain Resident Evil at its core, right? So now they surprised us during the Video Game Awards with a Resident Evil 3 remake trailer. This comes out next month, I believe. Anyhow, just a couple things about the game that have been changed or stuff that might interest people. They're going to have, it says they're going to have new sections, a new labyrinthine sewer section. There's going to be a new evade move with R1 in the left stick. Jill's knife is not going to degrade. You know, like on Resident Evil 2, your knife degraded. That's not going to happen on here. You have perfect dodge on this game. So that's going to be on here. It'll give you a slow motion counter so you can shoot your gun on here. There's going to be more room to dodge enemies because they're going to make sure the corridors are going to be wider in certain sections of the game. Ammo crafting is going to be big again. Lock picking is going to be big again. The Nemesis, they're saying, is going to be way crazier than Mr. X. I'm a little scared. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm definitely gonna play that as soon as it drops. Hopefully.
I'm happy to see people play the game.
Yeah.
Resident Evil. I play every Resident Evil. I played half of 2. This one that came out. Yeah. Which is weird. I love Biohazard. I think Biohazard was really fun.
7? That's 7, right?
Yeah. I thought 7 Biohazard was so fire. So I'm looking forward to the next one because I heard it's first person as well. I'm gonna play the shit out of Nemesis. That was my brother and I's like favorite Resident Evil. But I'm really interested to see a lot of people's reaction when they encounter the Nemesis stuff. I want to see that because I seen images of how he looked back then and now. They're really going in. When you talk about people rebooting movies, you know, when you talk about people, and we look at it like, I don't want no classics being, ruined.
They're still doing it though.
Yeah, but when you see like reboots to movies that are like, oh, I can appreciate this. Like this was good. This is what I like. When they're rebooting their game, they're not just bringing the shit out in HD. Nah, man, they're adding shit. They're really adding extra missions, different like configurations, animations, like a whole bunch of different stuff. Like that success of Resident Evil 2 was crazy. That it became a contender for Game of the Year.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, again, one of the best games I played last year, but the remakes should never be.
They shouldn't
nominated for Game of the Year. Not because they're not good, but that just tells me how bad the year was when a remake of an old game gets to be on that nomination list. Also, for anybody who likes to play casual, not everybody likes to play on hard, very hard, or even normal. A lot of people like to play their games on easy. They just want to sit down, take a load off from whatever they're dealing with outside of their games and play the game on easy. There is going to be an assist mode for you guys. You're going to have health regeneration. The enemies are going to be easier, more ammo, and then your AR is going to be better as well. So I know, a lot of people who are like hardcore don't feel that games should have it, which is fine. But the thing is, you don't have to play on the difficulty that offers the extra help. You can just stay on your difficulty. It's going to have no impact on you as long as you stay on your difficulty. If they put a very easy mode and allow people to go in there, because there was a whole conversation like that around Sekiro
a couple years ago.
No, it was last year about Sekiro, because casual players, new players did not want the whole Dark Souls game style. They wanted to enjoy the game, but they didn't want to get 2-hit killed all day. So there was a lot of controversy behind that. I understand both sides of the fence. That's not the way From Software designs their games, so they weren't going to do it. But I do understand that some people might want that, but ultimately it's not going to affect you or I if we go on Sekiro or any other game and just play on whatever difficulty instead of putting it on fucking easy mode. So
one thing I didn't like, remember a couple of years ago we had a big thing about that where some games were dropping with one difficulty setting.
I hate that.
But this one difficulty setting had some real easy shit in it to cater to casual. GTA. And one thing I don't like about and one thing I don't like about Call of Duty is they add shit in their game because of shit like that. They try to cater to casual. So one thing I do appreciate is like, if you have these difficulty settings and you know what, it doesn't cater to me, I'm gonna just play it on normal or hard, or you guys want to play it on easy just to get the grasp, because some people want to play these games to just get that feel of like, yo, I've always been interested in the franchise. I want to play Resident Evil, see how it looks. Us, we want to play for the challenge, and we want to see if we get really scared and shit. So I'm glad they added difficulty settings and went into at least not be lazy and remove or add stuff depending on the difficulty that you play on. So I'm fine with that shit.
All right, moving on real quick. Big K donated 5. Been a fan since the youth. People like y'all inspire me to chase my dreams. Just moved to ATL to do that. What's up, Ricky? Hey, man, shout out to you, man. Thank you for your support, bro. Really appreciate that. Got some new channel members. We got 4 new members. We got DeLorean Owens. Brandon Robinson, you finally got that membership rocking. Static Shook came through. Profit VT has also become a member. Then we got 3 donations from Shakir Sham Sidden. Said, bust my gun for the $5. Thank you, bro. xChaseSnuggles, y'all with these accounts, man. Ricky show us the hair chase where Slinky. Slinky's downstairs sleeping. His owner, his original owner, she came by today. She hadn't seen him in like 3 or 4 months, so she's doing a little bit better. She still needs like some assistance, you know, walking around and stuff. But she came to see him. Of course, she misses her cat, so every time she comes here to see him, she cries and stuff. But she's really happy that he's taking care of and stuff like that. So she was here earlier. Really nice lady. So it's always good to see her. Tony Tomflo, shout out to the early stream. Thanks for $2 donation, bro. Thank you, Ricky. They're asking to see your hair, man. Do you care to?
All right, so I would have to see if I take off the little band I got. I got like a little band that's keeping like the little hairs like down.
Matter of fact, nah, they got to come over to the 2K stream to see that. How about that?
All right, bet. Yeah, that sounds cool.
All right.
Oh, Jukebox said to check your Discord DMs, I guess.
I can't do it right this second. You know what I need to get? I need to get a standby screen for stuff like that, where I can put the standby up and then check. I'm gonna get one of those actually. Hold on, I can look real quick. Actually, I gotta turn you off for 1 second, Ricky, so I don't show up on the screen.
I got you.
I'll come here. Oh man, RIP to the producer of Konami. He introduced the world to the Konami code. I didn't even know about that. Rest in peace. We just lost an important person over at Konami. Unfortunately, though, you know, with Konami, with the way they've been this gen, a lot of people forgot a lot of the stuff that they did before, which is pretty common. You know, people have the "What have you done for me lately" kind of thing going with them. We've seen it across the board where people put out great games for decades and then they have a bad generation and then people don't mess with them no more. I've actively participated in that, but RIP to the producer over there. You know, prayers to his
just
family.
A producer over there, or well, he made like.
I mean, when you're the producer, you're a big part of everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Great Xbox news, guys. So I'm gonna give y'all 2.
I'm eating grilled chicken, y'all. That's
let me talk about the FIFA creator, then we'll hit the Xbox news, and then we can actually wrap it up. We're gonna probably be right at that 1.5 hour mark after we're done with this. So there's a FIFA player creator by the name of Kurt0411. Very competitive player. He's competed in tournaments. He's placed in top 16, top 8, top 18, and in all type of big FIFA tournaments and stuff like that. He has had his account disabled. He feels he's been targeted by EA for his opinions that he's given about EA's games. A lot of people have spoken out this gen and last gen about company practices from whatever game companies, be it EA, Activision, Bethesda, Ubisoft, whoever it was. So he feels that he's been targeted because his voice is too big. He has too much of a following, and they basically banned him from playing the game. And I thought it said something about him being able to compete, but I'm not sure that's the case. So I have to double check on that. He has insulted EA employees and stuff like that. EA is saying that they banned him because he made physical threats to employees and stuff like that. I don't know. He said that's not true, but who knows? So anyhow, guys, there is something that you may have to deal with if you decide, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to do reviews. Keep in mind of what you would call the blacklist. A lot of people don't know what some reviewers are risking when they give critical reviews. Now, if I want to say something about a game, I'm going to say it, but I don't do reviews, which I was supposed to be doing reviews. And I may start doing reviews a little bit here and there, but people like Angry Joe, He's been blacklisted by, you know, a few companies for his opinions and how he's delivered his reviews and stuff like that. Some of these companies straight up only want you to say positive stuff about their games. So by you giving it a negative review, you could lose the opportunity to get early review copies to even make content on the game. When you're a reviewer, the plus is that you get content out first. If you've been blacklisted, you can't even put your review out first because you can't put it out before the embargo like these other guys can. So all the day one reviews, you're going to lose all that. And you're going to be putting out a review when regular people put their reviews out. So
I know.
Some of these guys have gone as far as to give people copyright strikes for negative reviews. Jim Sterling he actually got sued for $10 million by Digital Homicide. Is the name of the
I know you sue somebody for $10 million over that shit, man.
Yeah, he has like a 40-minute video about that. They sued that man for $10 million.
Is that true though?
Yes, he was in an actual lawsuit. He has all the info over there. He has conversations that he had with the people on Skype or whatever about whatever. And the thing is, they're suing him because they're saying that he destroyed their ability to make money and things of that nature. Y'all have to watch the whole video. Jim Sterling is a lot more eloquent than like most people on YouTube.
Yo, don't Jim Sterling be bugging sometimes?
Everybody do.
No, man. Yo, you talk about me with what I just said earlier about this bike, but he be tweaking.
Yeah, but the thing is, the way he runs his show is he don't make ad revenue. All his money comes from Patreon, so he can say whatever he wants. Nobody's really going to do anything. And then because of all the false copyright claims and stuff he got, he and a few other YouTubers are on a special YouTube list where if somebody wants to sue them, YouTube is going to help pay for the part of the lawsuit. So so you can't just bully people like that. Anyway, he used to actually be a journalist for a couple of platforms and stuff like that. But dude's funny as shit, bro. He hilarious. So anyway, if you're going into the review game, do consider that. And look, there's a way to give reviews without telling people to suck your D. You know what I'm saying? Without saying, yo, I hope you die and all of the other shit dudes be saying on here. So you know what I'm saying, you gotta be a habitual line stepper. You gotta know how to walk that fine line. So if you know how to do that, you'll be fine. If you don't, you won't. You know what I'm saying? But this guy over here, the FIFA creator, yeah, dealing with EA, that wouldn't be the first time somebody got videos taken down by EA though. So moving on, Cyberpunk 2077 has to be the hottest game of 2020, bro, as far as conversations go. And I'm only saying that because it's multi-plat. Obviously, people are like, what about The Last of Us? The Last of Us is my most anticipated game of the year. However, it's not multi-plat. Cyberpunk 2077 is multi-plat. It has Keanu Reeves in it. Everybody knows what's going on. He's having 2 movies come out, I think, on the same day this year. So it's a big deal. I
don't think they're coming out this year.
Huh?
I heard it was next year.
Oh, maybe it's next year. I'm sorry. Whatever the case may be. Anyhow, here's the thing about Cyberpunk 2077. If you buy Cyberpunk on the original Xbox One, you will get the Xbox Series X version for free. Xbox has something in the title. Well, one of the quotes of the article says, a gamer should never be forced to purchase the same game twice. This is from Microsoft. They're saying this. If you buy Cyberpunk 2077, you'll get the new version for free, thanks to something called Microsoft Smart Delivery feature. It's part of a whole new system that Microsoft has where if you buy current gen games, you'll get the free version on the next gen console, so you won't have to rebuy those. That's not only for Cyberpunk. My guess is that's going to be the case for a lot of Xbox One games that you purchase. You're supposed to be able to play those for free on the new Xbox when it comes out. The best thing we got last gen as far as that goes was we got the $10 upgrade shit. Like if you had Call of Duty Ghost, if you had Mortal Kombat, if you had like 3 other games, then you could keep your PS3 disc and then pay $10 and they would let you play that game, the PS4 version, but you had to keep your PS3 disc. So that was the best they could do. But 2K made us buy 2 games, and I think EA actually let us do that with Madden. I'm not sure, but anyhow, that's something to consider if you're looking at maybe going over to Xbox next gen. This may be one of the things that gets you over there, as well as Game Pass, which is the best shit on console. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Is it Xbox One or Xbox One X?
It says Xbox One.
So if I have the X, I don't get a free copy?
Yeah, if it's on Xbox One or Xbox One X, if on either console, if you buy that, you'll get the Xbox Series X new console version for free. Now, I don't know if it's all games, but it's a lot of games are going to be included with this whole smart delivery system. So we'll see how that works out.
It's the hottest game in my opinion because I haven't heard of all this shit dropping, but I think it's gonna do a lot of numbers now.
It's gonna have to.
It.
That company's worth $8 billion now. CD Projekt Red is worth $8 billion. They don't put out a lot of the games.
These motherfuckers.
Well, yeah, Juan. PS3 had way better games than PS4, and PS4 and Xbox One is worst console generation of all time, brother.
Yeah, we were you know how we say we lab rats when you get the first set of consoles? We were actually like our opinions, our views, our responses, our time, how we took games in, and some of it has been positive, some of it has been negative. Like for example, Phil Spencer saying he feels like we all shouldn't have to purchase multiple consoles to play games in one house. So he probably looked at it as what we've been doing at home as gaming and having multiple people. So I take that away from this gen, which is cool. But I feel like a lot of the shit we were lab rats for this gen, and I don't want to have to go through that no more. Like
you will,
we are and we will with a lot of games.
Early adopters.
But I'm not even talking about the early adopter. This whole gen,
it's trash.
With this whole gen, we've experienced and accepted games that came out late that we still supported because I want to play it. You know what I'm saying? I still want to play Avengers. I'm gonna get it.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? We've experienced games where they remove models on how to earn certain shit in games, and we had to beat games where we basically didn't have some of the dopest gear because we didn't want to spend real money on it. You feel me? Like we've really took a huge hit. And I ain't gonna sit here and say, it's because games cost a lot of money to make or because these guys gotta make money.
I'm not trying to hear that shit, dog.
Nah, because think about it. At one point, tolls in New York, they added tolls temporarily. And Trey made a good point with this too. They did it in New York. They added tolls temporarily. But once they started seeing they made so much money, they kept them shits there. Once they started seeing everything like loot boxes and all these guess who has fucking systems and shit, why remove it? Then they try to tell you something like, it's gambling, but they try to maneuver it in a certain way and they make it to where it doesn't look as illegal. But if it's going to make these certain people money, they're not going to sue back these companies. Like for what? So we really experienced and took a hit.
We're going to do so again. I feel like we got raked over the coals for our early opinions, especially earlier podcast episodes, man. Like, people don't have any foresight when it comes to this game and shit. Like, they believe too much in the companies. Like, look, the companies that are behind always going to do whatever is best for them to get the support of the consumer. Once you get on top, you don't really need to do that. We have seen it with studios. We've seen it with games. We've seen it with publishing companies. That's just how the game goes. Whole consoles, they're always going to be the nice guy when they're behind. So do consider some of the stuff that we're going to deal with. Earlier in the early podcast episodes, one of the things I made a video that I'm not okay. I was not okay with the whole, a game comes out February 26th and there's already a remaster for it on December 1st. We were dealing with, that's the shit we dealt with at the beginning of this console gen. It was ridiculous the amount of shit was going on, but people was like, oh, it's not a big deal. I told people about microtransactions. I told people, we said all these things. Next thing you know, then, people all come together later. But it's like when you're the first person to say something or criticize something, you gotta, you're gonna have to deal with the backlash. And then when people come in agreement, then they're gonna realize you was right. I see this shit every year with 2K and Call of Duty. There's always people, especially this gen, this game sucks. Call of Duty goes, people like, yo, this game sucks. Them people got destroyed. But then later on, people's like, oh, the game's not good. But the first people, you always look like the idiot. And then the other thing you had mentioned about the cost of video games, that argument sucks ass for two reasons. Number one, Nintendo's games are not riddled with microtransactions and they're still $60. So are Nintendo games just cheaper than everybody else's games to make?
I don't believe so.
Like, people have to stop. Y'all, chat, you guys, Like when you have conversations about games with people, and people say, you say I want these microtransactions gone, and then they turn around and tell you, well, the video games are going to be more expensive, or we're not going to get a complete game for $60. We're not getting complete games now. We're getting parts of games that have roadmaps that don't even happen. Anthem. And then again, Nintendo is still upholding the quality standard. Now, don't get me wrong, their game's never going to sell. You're going to pay $60 for a game that came out in 2012 if you buy that shit on the Nintendo console. But that's beside the point. Right. Don't let people run with that narrative that games are more expensive. They very well may be. But one of those three big companies are not dealing with that. So, do keep that in mind. Lastly, all right, nerds. It's spec time.
Did you just do that? Oh,
so, Microsoft has revealed the Xbox Series specs. I got the glasses all the way on the nose. All right, y'all ready?
I'm waiting to hear it.
I'm gonna give y'all the.
Yo.
It's going to have 12 teraflops of
man.
GPU performance. That's twice what's available on the Xbox One X and 8 times the original Xbox One, bro.
That's 8 times the who?
It's 8 times the power of the original Xbox One, 2 times the power of the Xbox One X. It's going to have hardware accelerated DirectX ray tracing and variable rate shading. It's going to have a custom design CPU based on AMD Zen 2 and Radeon RDNA2 architecture.
I can't lie and act like I know what that is. That should sound fire though.
It's also using an NVMe SSD, which is supposed to help load times. It's going to support 8K gaming, frame rates of 120 FPS. We'll see about that shit. And then it also partnered with HDMI forum and TV manufacturers to enable auto low latency mode, variable refresh rate, and HDMI 2.1 support.
He said the Xbox finna blow your whole house power out.
Chat, thoughts? It's literally a high-end PC. It is not a high-end PC one. It said that this is better than most mid-gen PCs. I mean, not mid-gen, wait, hold on. I can't find it, but it did say that it was better than most mid-end like PC hardware specs. This is definitely not a high-end PC. Let's not get outrageous, bro. Let's not. Hey, yo, what y'all know about Fletcher from Bad Boys 1? It was John Sally. A tech reviewer said it's a high-end PC, literally. Well, what is a high?
If it's doing all that shit, it gotta be high-end, unless they're going off of like Crackdown games hitting that 8K.
So they gonna sell a high-end PC for $500? They're selling a high-end PC. They're selling something that is comparable to a high-end PC for $500, possibly $500.
I think if they're using older parts to make a high-end PC.
Ricky.
What? Are they using AMD?
Juan, who said that? Juan, who said that, Juan? I need names. Cite your sources, Juan. Mr. Guadalupe, brother, I need you. Don't disappear. I need it, brother.
Yo. I ain't gonna lie. All this shit sound crazy. What games am I gonna be able to test this shit out on? Like what's up? And I ain't gonna lie, PlayStation, y'all getting it too.
One, that's not what I asked you. Games. Chase, it literally could be a PC if Xbox wanted it to be. You got me bet. I'm just saying, high-end PCs are not valued at $500.
Yo, remove the glasses when you say that, yo.
Why? High-end PCs or not $500. I don't know how they're going to afford to sell that at $500 when if I was to build such things, it would cost me in the realm of $1,600.
But remember, we're talking about high-end PCs, the only game, not stream. What about high-end gaming PCs are that, yo, you look goofy as shit. You look like Adrian Broner for some reason.
They're gonna have so many screenshots. I might as well let it. I fucked it up.
You said Chase look like Chris Rock.
Yo. What's up, Slinks? How you doing, man? That's not the new emote, bro. I could give y'all, hold on. If I put my green screen on, I could give y'all the green screen footage. Hold on. So if I go to webcam, let me turn off my filters real quick.
Kafilka fish. Let me see this.
We about to end the show in a second. I'm gonna give y'all this. Here. Hold on.
Oh man.
There you go. There you go. Have that. Have that. Did Juan? All right, let me fix my webcam again. Did Juan? Where that link at, bruv?
Every time you say one, I think you're trolling.
All right, let me read these final donations, guys. Thanks. Taurus SP11. Been watching y'all for a couple Chase. I can't read, brother. A couple years, Chase, since 2013. Ricky since 2016, and now I'm 19. You two and others are my favorite group to watch. Keep it up. Hope to watch y'all for more years to come. Thank you, bro. Really appreciate that.
Thanks.
Casino Floricine. Grown Men Gaming. Grown Men Gamer Gang. Thank you, bro. Reginald Huff has become a channel member. Thank you. Apples, guys. Thank you, bro. And then Mac Fro, Ricky, what do you think about the Tim update? The Tim update.
Oh, I gotta finish reading it, bro. My bad.
Hey, yo, share that screenshot of me with the glasses and the green screen on Twitter, yo. Let's get it. Not a link, just YouTube channel names. Hey, Juan, we gonna double check on what you're saying, and we gonna possibly talk about it next week. And if you wrong, Juan, we gonna tease you about it. You gonna have to enjoy it. Do you have anything you want to say before we go?
Nah, just I'm gonna be live. I'm gonna put the link. We're gonna be live in a little bit. Give us like 15 minutes. I'm gonna go live less than 30. So just give us like 15 minutes just so I can get my thing started. But it was a good show, man. Good short show. Still don't even know why I'm going to PAX, but I guess I'm going now. Thank you guys for the support, man.
Sonny ain't going. All right, guys, we're gonna see y'all over at Ricky's 2K stream. Jukebox, I want to check my DMs. Y'all have fun with those screenshots and whatnot. Depending on how it should go, it might or might not be an emote. You know what I'm saying? We do need a nerd emote. Smoking. I was gonna get the dude from Hey Arnold. That's always following Helga and shit. Anyway,
let y'all know right now. They be eating crazy ass shit, man.